Hey, vinyl community and any other watchers, this is Chris, and I've got an Acid Archives Diary entry to make for you. So it's gonna be this album here, Jonathan and Charles. Another Week to Go. This is on the Inter-Varsity label, IVR. Says that they're a division of Inter-Varsity Christian Fellowship, which is a campus organization throughout the country, or at least back in 1968 when this record was put out. So I'm going to play 3 tracks off of it, which I consider the 3 best, so it might give you a distorted opinion of it, but there's the label, Inter-Varsity Records, IVR. Jonathan and Charles, Another Week to Go, 1968. And then I'll give you the Acid Archives write-up as it is.
Oh, what a funny world. Oh, what a funny world. Everything's absurd. Oh, what a funny world. Oh, what a funny world. That is what I've heard.
Mrs. Chisholm's Weekend.
Mrs. Chisholm, Friday afternoon, picks up wages, she's on with a broom, sweeping floors and windowsills to pay her bills, to pay her bills. Oh, what a funny
It's a rather short album, less than 30 minutes.
everything's absurd.
Only one song is over 3 minutes.
What a funny world. That is what I've heard. Saturday morning, colours in her hair, spends a £0.50 here, a £0.50 there, buying food and common store, to work some more, to work some more.
So I would call it sort of a Baroque Christian album. And now we're going to play the last 2 songs. Woke Up One Morning is the next one.
Woke up one morning feeling so bad, I was feeling so bad. I was wishing that I could be dead. I was wishing that I could be dead. Oh, had it left for me longer. I was a stranger here, alone and sad.
Most of the tracks have some kind of Christian reference.
Things look so bad.
Jesus was a pretty good guy. Lead off track on side 2. The whole album is pretty good. Just that these 3 tracks seem to be the standouts to me. Some lyrics along here. don't think that this Acid Archives Diary entry has been done before. I don't recall anybody doing that. All right, now we're coming up on You Call Me a Fanatic, last track.
You call me a fanatic because I'll stand here and say what I mean to say. I won't be so dramatic. I'll tell you what I think and then be on my way. But you must listen now, for what I say is true. Your future will depend on it. The choice is up to you.
Red Rubber Ball.
You are the savior, a one who showed you favor when he died for you. He died to take your pain, your guilt, and let you gain a life that's new. But you can now refuse him and just let him go. If that's your choice, this life is then the best you'll ever know. Oh, what a dreadful thought, that this life so distraught, bitter and pain, moves on from day to day, only to fade away like the summer rain. So why not make your mind up that it's gonna be the love of Christ, the Savior, and life eternally.
Alright, so I switched it to Jesus Was a Pretty Good Guy too. So the Acid Archives Diary was very brief. It says they're from Virginia. It's on page 375 of the second edition. 1968, there was also a 2004 CD reissue by Gear Fab. In England, this album was put out on the Herald label. So it's, no one takes credit for the review, it's just, so might be the author did it. But British-American duo on Simon Garfunkel, Chad and Jeremy wavelength. So the Simon and Garfunkel, I'll mention that again. Chiming guitar, organ, fragile Kristen folk rock with slight psych moves and beautiful vocals. So I agree, vocals are very good. Some copies replaced the song Why with Colors and Shades, which I think was issued as a single. So that last song that I mentioned, They Call Me a Fanatic, You Call Me a Fanatic, gives me strong vibes of Red Rubber Ball by The Circle, which was a Paul Simon pen tune. And as they go through that and they get to the chorus, then I start singing Red Rubber Ball, or the chorus to that song. So it really fits in with the Simon and Garfunkel vibe, at least for that. So overall, a very pretty good folk rock album, Christian undertones throughout all their themes. So That's my latest entry in the Acid Archives Diaries. So thanks everybody.